everyone, my name is Melissa Strange and welcome to another episode of For the Love of Drag. Today we're going to be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8, episode number 4, which was titled New Wave Queens. The episode starts off with us saying goodbye to Cynthia as the girls read her message left on the mirror. And then we go to Derek about how Michelle Visage said he has no soul. And Derek thinks that means that he has no soul as in like a soul. And then he thinks it means as in he's not black. Derek, come on. The other girls are like, you're crazy. I think that he's been playing Britney Spears a little too long. He's starting to lose it, or he has already lost it. So the maxi challenge this week is so big that there is no mini challenge. What the girls have to do this week is they have to break up into groups of 3 that they get to pick themselves. They have to write lyrics, come up with a costume, and basically be a new wave band. Then they have to perform it live in front of a live audience. They also get to pick one of 3 genres that are an option. So we have the punk team, which is Naomi Smalls, Robbie Turner, and Kim Chi. We have the synth team, which is Chi Chi DeVayne, Derek Barry, and Naysha Lopez. And then we have the party team, which is Bob the Drag Queen, Thorgy Thor, and Acid Betty, the New York Queen. The punks are talking about doing something with chicken wings. The synths are talking about wearing cardboard boxes as squares, circles, and triangles. And then you have the party team, or whatever, the New York team. They're not really saying exactly what they want to do, but there's a lot of butting heads between Bob and Thorgy. All these New York queens have such big personalities and attitudes that when they said that they were going to team up together, I was like, oh, is that the best idea? Chi Chi accidentally wore her neon look in the previous week, so she has to now come up with something, and Michelle has been calling her basic, so she's basically left the group team work part of it to go create a swimsuit or something. I don't know, it's just their team's not gelling. Then you got the chicken wing team who are girly trying to be punk, and then you have the New York queens just fighting, butting heads. It's a tough call at this point as to what's gonna happen. Then during the rehearsals with Lucian Piani, the synth team goes first. Chi Chi does really well, but then the other girls aren't doing as well, and then the punk team aren't being very punk. And then when it's time for the party team, Bob and Lucian are not getting along. Anything Lucian says to Bob, Bob is just ignoring or arguing it and making fun of whoever Lucian's talking about, whether it's Lord or the B-52s or whatever the heck was happening. He was just being super unprofessional, and the rest of the team was getting very worried, and Lucian was like, you know, I have to judge, right? Like, I'm not the person you want to be arguing with. And it was uncomfortable, but also super entertaining to watch. The live performance, first up we have the party team, which is the New York team, and they called themselves the Street Meats or something. It was really funny, I really enjoyed it. I really liked their costumes. I just thought that their team ended up working out really well. Based on how bad the actual rehearsals went, I was surprised that they did so well. Then you had the synth team, which called themselves Dragometry. It wasn't very good, and they had just put circles and squares and triangles on their head, but not 3-dimensional, but just a piece of cardboard. It just didn't work. Where you had Thorgy, somebody who actually came out with this triangle thing on her head, did it the right way. Then you had these girls with just this half-assed job. It was kind of sad that that's what they went with. And then you had the punk team who called themselves Lay's Chicken Wings, and they were the best team out of the 3. They read each other, they were funny, they tried to embody the punk. I mean, they weren't as punk as when Raja had to do something punk, and who else did in the previous season? Just Raja sticking out for me right now. These 3 girls just tried really hard, and they did good enough for the competition, and it really did work. I thought Kim Chi was the best out of the 3 of them. Kim Chi was really good. Actually, they were all really good for what they were doing. Ru announces that Lay's Chicken Wings were the best performance, and that Robbie Turner won, which is really great for Robbie considering the last week she was in the bottom 2 lip syncing for whole life. So that's a great way to bounce back. Then there's 6 girls left, of course. Bob, Thorgy, and Acid Betty, Derek, Naysha, and Chi Chi DeVayne. Bob decides that she is going to apologize to Lucian for the way that she behaved during the rehearsals, and he accepts her apology, and so everything's good. They kind of are I understand that it's high stress and all this, and we get it, but you should still try to be professional. And Lucian said he was really impressed with Bob's performance tonight, so he was able to turn it out and he took the direction that Lucian was trying to push him in. Also, it made me laugh out loud. Michelle called Bob a ratchet queen, which now looking back, it makes sense why she called him that, but she really liked his look. And out of everyone's main stage, I thought Bob did the best. He had this like cool neon glow in the dark drippy thing down his head. She didn't have a wig on or anything, so it was like super new wave, cool punk rockin'. Like, it was just an awesome look. I loved it. It was my favorite look of the night. And they told Thorgy that her performance was good, but her outfit on the main stage wasn't. But the outfit during the performance was also good. Then they told Acid Betty basically the opposite of Thorgy. They said that your outfit during the main stage is good, but your outfit during the performance was bad. So they kind of had like the opposite critique. The judges told Derek Barry that she wasn't being 100% there again. They told Naysha Lopez they didn't like her outfit during her performance, and they told Chi Chi DeVayne they didn't like her outfit on the main stage. So it was a lot of talk about the way that they looked, not about, I guess there was a little bit about the way they performed, but the poorest of the performers was probably Naysha and Derek, I guess. But Naysha and Chi Chi get put in the bottom two and have to lip sync against each other, and they have to do a Blondie song. I didn't mention that before, but like Blondie is like the judge of this competition. So they have to lip sync to Call Me by Blondie, which is crazy because like the co-founder of Blondie and Debbie Harry are like in the damn, are judges on this episode, so like that's gotta be crazy intimidating to have to do. That was a lip sync for your damn life. So Naysha's like, you know what, I'm gonna do flips and all of this, and then she starts doing them, and then Chi Chi's like, girl, I got my tricks and my flips, and then Chi Chi just does this jump up, leg in the air into a death drop move. Like, just instantly that move would have just beat everything that Naysha had just done. And then Naysha keeps doing flips, and then she loses her wig, and she's got this little man bun thing going, like her wig wasn't secure enough, and you still have Chi Chi doing flips and flops and back rolls and all this stuff, and so inevitably Chi Chi won. Naysha goes home for the second time, which I really wasn't that surprised about. Don't know why they brought her back in the first place. She lasted, what, one episode? It's the curse of going home and coming back. You're not gonna win. So at the end of these episodes, I like to pick something in my house that best represents the queen who went home this episode. I already did one for Naysha, which was chewing up a gummy bear and spitting it out, and I looked around my house and I seriously can't find anything that represents Naysha. I have nothing here for you. Sorry, Naysha. I don't have any gummy bears left. And we get a sneak peek that next week is Snatch Game, which is like one of my favorite episodes, and any true fan of RuPaul's Drag Race's favorite episode. Even if you aren't a fan of RuPaul's Drag Race, if you saw the episode where Snatch Game is done, except for like maybe 1 year where it wasn't so good. What year was that? I don't know, there was 1 year that wasn't like the best Snatch Game, but for the most part, Snatch Game is one of the best episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race. So that's next week, and I'm so excited. Maybe I'll dress up as a character for it. Thanks for watching this video, you guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of tonight's episode. Are you excited about Snatch Game next week? If you are, let me know in the comments down below, and give this video a big old thumbs up if you think Naysha should have gone home too. I don't know, I guess. Or give it a thumbs up if you like RuPaul's Drag Race. Or don't, whatever. It's cool, but if you want to see more of me, Melissa Strange, there's one thing you gotta do, and that's scroll down and hit the subscribe button. That's all you gotta do, and until next time, stay strange.